Welcome back to Studio STL. Well, Lisa Nolan is our local self-love advocate, and she is the creator of the nonprofit Healing She Got Faith. It was born out of a hard time that Lisa was going through. And this next segment is sponsored by her company. Joining us now is the Lisa Nolan, affectionately known as Lily. Lily, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
And you have such an amazing story. You like to say that you didn't choose grief, but grief chose you.
Yes.
Tell us about your journey.
Yeah, so probably since I could remember, like, I've just always been grieving, went through so many funerals, and then of course I lost both my parents before the age of 30, and at some point I just realized, like, I'm gonna turn my pain into passion. And
here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. I mean, you are strong, girl. You are so strong. What have you learned from that journey of grief and loss?
Yeah. So I always say grief is gonna pull whatever you hiding, it's gonna pull it out. And grief is gonna, everything you suppress, grief is gonna make you address it. And what I've learned about myself and about this journey is really just being able to love me for who I am. And that quote that I always use, love you the way you love the world, because so many times we're giving and giving and giving, but like we not even giving ourselves nothing. So I'm at that point where like, yeah, I can love you, but I'm gonna love me.
Period. Yeah. You have to love yourself first, and you really have to understand that pain, that emotion. You have to feel everything you're feeling. You also like to say you have to go through grief. You can't go around it.
You cannot go around it. So like grief is not linear. It's like, yeah, there are steps to grief, but it's never gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's gonna be like 1, 8, 3, 3,000, 5, 0. Like
it's like all the different stages mixed in, and it can be a lot.
Yeah, and our society just doesn't teach us how to address grief. Like, we don't have policies in place. So like my background, I'm a community social worker first and foremost, and so like I deal a lot with policies and really like studying policies to see how we can support the communities. And we don't have policies in place to protect people from grief. So like if you lose a parent, like I lost a parent, like 3 days would not have been enough, especially with how my parents passed away, everything we had to do after that. 3 days would not have been enough to grieve. We're not prepared for that. They're dead, you didn't die, go back to work, thank you.
And that's really unfortunate that that's the situation that so many people are dealing with here in the United States, but really your organization is helping people get through that. You teach people about self-love and self-care and what that looks like. Walk us through some of the items that you brought in for us.
So I have my book bundle, My Baby. So it's Everyone Has a Story, which I created during the pandemic. I started off in grad school, and then once my mom passed away, I picked my pen back up. So the novel, which is a memoir about my life, and basically I try to give you some of the ugliest stories that people are mostly scared to talk about. But I really encourage people to like take everything about your story and embrace it and start your own story. Then we have the guided journal. So if you are like me, I'm such a journaler, you can you can do the guided journal along with reading the book. And then I'm known for my organization, so I couldn't make it without having the planner. So it's a 9-month planner that you can fill in, have goals, affirmations, tasks, exercise logs, you name it. Everything I use, I put it in this. And let me tell y'all, like, I struggled with reading and writing. So the fact that I have a book and a book bundle, that pain into passion is so real.
It truly is a testament of who you are, where you are now, and we just want to celebrate you today on the show.
Thank you.
So if you're interested in learning more about Lisa Nolan and how maybe you can get some help if you or someone you know is grieving, she is your girl. You can get a bundle of all 3 of these, her book, the planner, as well as the journal. And of course, we'll make sure you have access to all that information. You can even scan the code that's right there on your screen to learn more about Healing She Got Faith. And of course, we'll make sure you have access to all that information on our website at studiostl.tv. You can show Lily some love on social as well. So give her a follow, show her some love, because she really does have an amazing testimony. Again, all that information right there on your screen, and it will be on our website at studiostl.tv. Don't go anywhere, St. Louis. We'll be right back in a few moments.